Do you know one of the most common challenges when going plant-based or vegan is not what to eat, but how to talk with others? If this is a challenge for you, lean in, because today I'm going to share with you 5 questions that I've actually been asked multiple times and give you exact wording on how you can respond confidently. Hey there, I'm Terry with Globally Delicious, and I share tips on how to create a plant-based lifestyle that goes beyond just recipes. If that's something you're into or want to be more into, hit the subscribe button below and look for a new video every week. And if you have something you're struggling with on your journey to be 100% plant-based, comment below and I will personally help you. The holidays are right around the corner. You know what that means? You can start watching Elf. Elf is one of my favorite holiday movies. Comment below if you love Elf. I like smiling. Smiling is my favorite. Oh my God, there are so many great lines from that movie. The holidays also mean that if you've recently gone plant-based or vegan, you may be in a panic. Are you dreading the holidays because of the questions you're going to get about what you eat? Or maybe you're afraid you won't be able to enjoy the festivities. Are you worried about all the people that you'll have to deal with and their endless questions about where do you get your protein and questions about your food choices? Look, holidays can be crazy for many reasons, but they don't have to make you feel uncomfortable because of what you eat, or more specifically, what you don't eat. Nor do you have to change the way you eat. The most important thing you can do is be prepared. Today, I'm going to help you with some of the biggest things that you might find challenging during the upcoming holiday season, and that is communicating with others. I'm going to share some exact things that you can say in response to questions you may get. The holidays arrive, friends and family arrive, and they bring questions and maybe even a little judgment. Inevitably, questions about where you get your protein will come up. This is so crazy to me that people can eat a steady diet of processed food and fast food and nobody questions the choice. But eat healthier and remove animal products from your diet and you will be bombarded with questions. Can you relate? If you're new to a plant-based or vegan diet, some of these questions might be new. These are questions I have actually been asked multiple times. Prepare yourself by thinking about these questions and the type of answer that is comfortable for you to say. You can use my exact wording or adjust it to make it your own. Instead of feeling like you're being attacked or intimidated, try to think of it as an opportunity to start a dialogue with somebody. First and foremost, know your facts and be clear on why you made the change. Go deep in your why. Go beneath just the surface answer and get at the core issues that affected and infected you to change the way you look at food. Then share in an honest, open, non-judgmental way. Think about it. Do you like being judged? No one does. Whether you think others are right or wrong, it's important to remember that judging them won't help. Meeting people where they are will build your relationship and give you more opportunities for an ongoing dialogue. Approach conversations with grace and tact. Here are some things you can say to answer common questions. What do you eat? The same things you do, just without meat. What did you have for lunch or dinner yesterday? That's impossible. I had a tuna salad for lunch and chicken piccata for dinner. Actually, those are 2 of my favorite dishes. I make my tuna salad with chickpeas and I use a vegan mayo. So it's easy, delicious, and packed with protein. And you know what? I used to love chicken piccata, but now I make it with cauliflower and mushrooms instead of the chicken, and it's a family favorite. So, you see, what you ate yesterday can easily be made without animal products. I bet most of the things you eat are the same as what I eat. I just make some changes to remove the animal products. You know, questions about what I eat are really common. I think a lot of people assume eating healthier and plant-based is hard, but you can see it's pretty easy just by making a couple of changes. I've found that you just have to look at your plate differently. Once you see how small changes can make a difference, it's really easy to commit to, say, a meatless Monday every week. So, do you have tofu at every meal? Nope. Plant-based food goes way beyond tofu. I actually only eat tofu a couple times a month, and my tofu dishes are anything but boring. Tofu gets a bad rap. It actually can be quite good. I have this sesame baked tofu recipe that's super yummy. I like to use it in spring rolls, but it's also good just on top of salads or in a stir fry, or just as is. My kids really like it as a snack. Let me know if you want to try it out. Where do you get your protein? Oh my God, I think this is the biggest myth. Seriously, I wish I had a dime every time somebody asked me about protein. I would be a gazillionaire. There are tons of great protein sources from plants. One of the best is actually lentils, and it's so cheap and easy to add lentils to your diet. You can also get protein from green leafy vegetables or beans, grains like oatmeal or nuts. That's actually one of the reasons I have oatmeal almost every morning, because it starts me out with a lot of protein and it keeps me full till lunch. You know, quinoa is another good source of plant-based protein. Hey, do you want to know a fun fact? Did you know that quinoa is not actually a grain? It's a seed. Aren't your bones gonna break without calcium? You can get plenty of calcium from plants. Broccoli is one of my favorites, and so are oranges, figs, and oatmeal. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons I have oatmeal almost every morning for breakfast. I did a lot of research and I found you can get all the nutrients you need from eating plants if your diet is varied by color and season, and probably most importantly, if you stick with non-processed options. You know, there is a junk food version of everything. One of the biggest things I learned was how to think about my plate differently and how to read labels. It's one of the ways I make sure I'm getting everything that I need. And I actually feel so much better now that I eat this way. I have more energy, I sleep better, I don't get that brain fog, and most importantly, all of my medical issues have gone away. It is crazy amazing. If you want to know more info, I'm happy to share some things with you, especially my favorite recipes. I'm sure you must miss meat. No, and it's been so long now, meat kind of grosses me out. My biggest challenge actually was cheese. Cheese was a hard one for me, and I really don't like most vegan cheese. You know, cheese actually made me sick. I would get really bad reactions to cheese, but it was still hard for me to stop eating because it's kind of addictive. Now that I've stopped, I feel so much better. Aside from feeling better, I also learned more about how cheese is made, and I decided to live without cheese because for me, it's just a more compassionate choice. You know, we all have to decide what we eat, and knowledge is powerful. Since I don't like most vegan cheese, I've found some other ways to get that cheesy, creamy taste in food. I'm always surprised by what can be created. My lasagna actually uses a bechamel sauce instead of cheese, and no one ever knows the difference. For me, it really comes down to looking at all the options I get to have instead of focusing on what I can't have. Can you see yourself saying these things? Share your own story or challenge. Be honest and make it personal. Think about how you can turn annoying questions into an opportunity to share your personal journey. Whether you've transitioned for your health or the environment or the animals or all three, You can turn the conversation to highlight the benefits of how eating without animal products has affected you positively. Share how it has impacted you personally and how you've overcome challenges along the way. You know, challenges are going to come up. Everybody has challenges, and being honest about them will help you have a more authentic dialogue. Think of the conversation as an opportunity to open the door to exploration, not create a convert. You know these questions will come up, so be prepared. I know there are other questions too, and I'll make another video if you find this helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have a question that has stumped you or made you feel uncomfortable. Comment below and I'll help you craft the perfect answer. If you want to answer the where do you get your protein questions with even more confidence, grab your free ebook, Protein 101, with over 40 plant-based protein ideas. The link is in the show notes and it's completely free. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, like and subscribe for more tips every week on how to be successful on your plant-based journey. Have a beautiful day.